All right, so hi, Luke. So it's Tuesday, the October 14th. So I'm going to try to, so thanks for putting up with what we went through yesterday, but I understand you still need some clarification. So I'm going to put this in terms you should be able to understand. So by now you should know that the area of a rectangle, right, is length times width. Okay? So and now these are variables. They're all variables. Area is a function of whatever the length and width is. Width is a function of whatever the length and area is. And the length is a function of whatever the area and width are. Okay? So these are all variables. And so the equation is area equals length times width. So if length is 4 and the width is 3, well then the area is 12, right? 4 times 3 is 12. 12 square somethings or other, right? But there might be problems where they say the area is 12 and the length is 4, but we don't know what the width is. So now, just like here, to get width all by itself, you need to move the L on this side of the equation. So again, oh geez. So to get width all by itself, it's area divided by the length. So we know up here the area, it's a given. We were told the area is 12. So 12. We know that the length is 4. And you divide it out, you get that the width is equal to 3, just like up here. So again, area equals length times width, but also length is equal to area divided by width, and width is equal to area divided by length. So it's a matter of, depending on what the problem is, and what information you have, you may have to shuffle some things around the formula so that you get set up to identify the problem. Likewise, the area for a rectangle is 1/2 times the base times the height. Now that's the formula. We don't know what, at this stage, we don't know what means what. So if B is 2 and if the base is 2 and the height is 5, well, base times the height, this part is 10, but then when you multiply it by 1/2, it's 5. So the area is 5. But they may say, hey, the area is equal to 5 and the base is equal to 2. So we don't know, we got to find out what the height is. So if area equals 1/2 the base times the height, and we want height all by itself, well, just like yesterday, we multiply both sides by 2, so that this becomes a 1, so it's meaningless. So we have 2a equals the base times the height. But then we got to get the b out of there. So we divide both sides by b, so that cancels that out, and we divide both sides by b. So 2 times the area divided by the base is equal to the height. So we know, so 2a over b equals h. So 2 times the area, which we know is 5, over the base, which is 2. Well, this is 10 over 2, or you can just cancel out the 2's. And the height is 5, and that's just what we had before. So you're going to be given formulas filled with variables in physics, in chemistry, in whatever, and you identify the formula, you see what you know about what variables, and then you modify the formula such that it will give you the right answer. You know, you might have to identify the B, or you might have to modify, you might see the H, or you might know the B and the H but not the A. Up here, yeah, area equals length times width. But what if you don't have the length, but you have the area and the width? Well, you just have to move the variables around so that when you plug in the data that you do know, you can come up with the answer you need. Like here, width equals area over length. We know the area is 12. We know the length is 4. But by setting up like this, we know that the width is 3. So you got to get used to realizing these things represent numbers, but they're not numbers until you're given the data to fill in some holes. And you're never going to get all the holes filled. But by using the variables that you do know about with the data that you have, you'll be able to fill in that. You'll be able to identify that missing, the value of the missing variable. Okay, so you know this. You probably know the area of a triangle, and it's the same concept. Okay, that's what we got.